So I was, I kind of want to talk about what God taught me. Is that uh, I first want to say is that I used to think that my relationship with God is dependent on stages in my life, like baby stage, um, teenager stage, and adult stage. You know, those type of stages in my life. And now I don't think of that anymore. I don't, because God taught me that He is my husband and I am His wife. And I was just wondering, God taught me, what is a wife? What is her duty? What is a husband? What is his duty? And wife's duty is sums up to submission. That's just it. Submission, like submit to the husband. And the husband job is to, well, his desires, his instincts is to love his wife and to lead his wife to what? Like God, the truth of who God is. And his job is to protect his wife, lay down his life for his wife. And that's a natural instinct because husbands, they love their wives more than their wives love their husband. So that shows you like someone have to love you more than you love them for them to give up their life, for them to protect you at all cost. I mean, no love is a greater love than someone who gives up their life for you. I mean, you can't beat that. And so, Adam was taught by God his word, God's word. And God didn't want Adam to keep it all in for himself. He wanted Adam, in my belief, to teach Eve the same thing. It's as if God is teaching us, his wife, his ways, and we submit to his ways. And how we submit is to obey, is to say, what you call wrong, I call wrong. What you call right, I call right. And just like with Eve, we have a tendency of wanting to do our own thing, wanting to be equal to a man, be equal to our husband, to be equal or have the same authority or position as the husband. And whenever that happened, that's when the enemy comes in and destroys it. So the fall of Adam and Eve didn't start when they ate the fruit. It was before that. It was when they disobeyed God. It's when they wanted to define what is wrong, define what is right. They wanted to do that. And if you notice, that's what most people do in this world. They define what is wrong and right by their own standards. And sprinkled here and there, they define what is wrong and what is right by the standards of God. But it's like a sprinkle here and there. But just like how a man, a husband, protects his wife and teach her and love her and take care of her, protect her, provide for her. That's how God does for us, like to us, his wife, and just how the wives submit to the husband, we submit to God. If you notice, old people who stay together for so long, their relationship is not as strong as it was when they were younger. And it's the same thing like with me and God. Is I noticed that the first time with God, it was like the best times together. Like he listens to me, I listen to him. Um Everything just starts to go right. And then over time it just gets stale. And the same thing that's the same thing with older couples. First, they have like their honeymoon stage, and then afterwards it kind of gets stale. And some people, they divorce, others they just stick to it, and so they're like spiritually divorced but physically they're together. So it's the same thing like with us. It's all about like we being taught by God, and we listening to God, and we building new experiences together, so that we don't end up having or continue to have that stale relationship with God.